one feature we've heard from a lot of advisors on is the ability to model qualified charitable distributions within the Roth projection engine. We hear about it a lot, and I get it. It's a way to take money out of an IRA tax-free. It's not something we were able to model previously, so anything coming out of the IRA was in fact taxable. So now you can indeed model a QCD. Let me show you how you do it. So it's just like on the left-hand side here where we kind of model all the things. Let's say I wanted to say that, let's say starting at age 75, so that's when my RMDs are going to start, and I want to do, we'll be pretty aggressive. We'll do 100,000 a year, and we're going to index that for inflation. So recall that our way of capturing income, expenses, choices like these is with this kind of step function idea. So right now I'm saying I'm doing, for the rest of my life, starting at age 75, I'll be doing 100,000 a year. If I wanted to say that ends after a certain amount of time, or let's step it down, I don't know, at 85, 50,000 a year. Let's say we do that. So what's happening here is index for inflation. So starting at today, whatever in the future $100,000 will be, which it looks like it's close to about 160,000 when I'm 75. We'll start doing QCDs, and then at age 85, those will actually cut in half, and so there'll be another amount. Again, these are indexed for inflation, so these are future dollars. So that's what's going to be modeled in the system. And that may be a little bit too aggressive. We'll see. It may actually blow up the Roth conversion case. Let's see what happens there. And let's see, portfolio value. Roth ends up being better still. But we'd have to look at it without the QCDs, what happens. But anyway, we're able to capture, if QCDs are already part of the client's plan, you're able to model those within the system. Now, some future things that I see us being able to do or looking to do with QCDs. What I'm not able to show at present is the idea of weighting more QCDs in the case where you don't do the Roth. So the non-Roth case doing more QCDs and the Roth case doing fewer QCDs, right? So it's in a way, a lot of QCDs would make the Roth case less compelling as an either or, because it's another way to take money out of the retirement account tax-free, and maybe even preferable if your client is charitably inclined. So I want us to be able to add more nuance to that, but the point is, if you're already doing QCDs with your client, if it's already part of their strategy, now you can model that tax-free piece. And also it knows that the QCDs will count towards the RMD requirement. So it'll step down how much other RMD is taken out of the account. So that's QCDs. They're in the product at present. So log into the Roth projection and you'll see it in there. We've got some other cool stuff coming. Again, these are things that our own advisors are asking us, they want us to add. One good example is, okay, I've got a client who, right now the system will automatically take any surplus either from investment returns or from income, from wages, or from RMDs. And anything that's not spent, it plows it back into the portfolio as savings. But one common thing that advisors have asked us for is like, look, I've got a client and any money coming in the door, they're spending. And so they want to switch to basically say any surpluses, assume those don't go back into the portfolio. And so that's going to be, that's a checkbox that we're adding to be able to just say it's all spent. Some other things we're working on, different classifications of income. Like right now, income all gets treated as ordinary income in the Roth projection engine. But one example, people often are like, well, hey, I've got this big business sale coming up 6 years from now, and I want that to be classified as a capital gain. So that's a really easy thing we'll be able to layer in the future, working on that at present. Even tax-free income, like accounting for what income is potentially tax-free. And then similarly on the expense side, different flavors of expenses. Right now you just have one monolithic expenses number, but if you wanted to say break out and give names to different classifications of expenses, like here's my baseline expenses on everything, but then I'm going to start adding a healthcare line item starting at age 80 or something like that, or a long-term care line item, or some special, there's a big family cruise that everyone's going on 3 years from now, and it's going to be $100,000. I want to call it family cruise or whatever. I'm making things up. So the idea of classifying different forms of expenses instead of just one big monolithic expenses category, also something in the works. Anyway, as you can see, like, our job is to keep adding to what this product and in the ways that advisors are asking us to do it. I've said this before, but we never really expected the Roth projection engine to be a thing. And really, it's just arisen out of our own customers, our own advisors saying, hey, I like the initial germ of the idea you had with this. Now let's make it more full-featured, and we're having fun doing that. So keep them coming. Let us know what you need that Roth projection engine to do in order for you to fully model these strategies for your clients.